I know you're tired. I see it when no one else does. I hear what you can't bring yourself to say out loud. I know the tears that fall in silence, the thoughts that weigh on your chest when it feels like nothing will ever change. But I'm here, and I haven't stepped away, not even for a second. The desert you're crossing is not the end. Even if everything around you feels dry, lifeless, and full of unanswered questions, I want you to know. I'm walking beside you. There's a reason you've come this far. There's purpose in every step, even in the days when all you could do was stay standing. I know how hard you've tried. How many doors were closed in your face. How many times you were told there was no chance, no point in trying again. But my voice carries more power than any no the world has given you. When I say yes, not even the impossible can stand in the way. Maybe you feel small, lost, and without strength. But I want to remind you, you're not alone. Even when the ground feels like it's slipping from under you, I am your foundation. I won't give up on you, even when you're ready to give up on everything. I remember every promise I've made to you. Not a single one has been forgotten. The winds that try to break you won't overcome my will. The silence you hear now isn't abandonment, it's preparation. While you wait, I'm working through every detail. You've come further than you realize. You've overcome battles that once threatened to crush you. Don't diminish your journey. Every step has mattered. Every struggle has made you stronger, and I'm using all of it to take you further. Don't cling to what others have said. Not every piece of advice is truth. Listen to what I say about you. You are chosen. You are worthy. You are capable. Not because the world gave you something, but because I called you, and what I begin, I complete. It's normal to feel afraid, but don't let fear be your guide. I'm greater than your fears. Even in the dark, trust me, I see the path. Even without answers, walk. I'll give you direction. Even when you don't understand, keep going. I am the truth. There are moments when everything screams no. The circumstances, the people, even your own thoughts. But I keep saying yes. Yes to your future. Yes to your dreams. Yes to your healing. Yes to your fresh start. I don't choose the strongest. I strengthen those I choose. You don't need to have it all under control. Just place what you have in my hands, even if it's just a little. With me, the little becomes much. The weak becomes strong. The impossible becomes reality. I know this road. I've been through the desert too. I know what it's like to feel pain, thirst, abandonment. That's why I understand you more than you know. I don't just see you, I get you. And I carry you when your legs can't go any further. Trust the process. It might not feel like it, but you're making progress. Even if it's slow, you're moving in the right direction. I make paths where there are none. I bring water to dry ground. I breathe life into places where only pain once lived. When you think it's over, that's when I begin. Your weakness is the space where I move most powerfully. When everything falls apart, I rebuild. Not with the old pieces, but with new things you've yet to see. Don't look back with heaviness. What's behind you taught you, but it's no longer your place. I'm leading you forward, into a new season. The desert will end, breakthrough will come. And when you look back, you'll understand every tear was worth it. Don't compare yourself to others. My timing for you is unique. What's yours, no one can take. The doors I open, no one can shut. And even when it feels like nothing's moving, I'm already shifting what needs to change. You don't need big signs to know I'm with you. The simple fact that you're still here, breathing, feeling, is proof of my care. Don't be so hard on yourself. Receive my love. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for your heart. Let me guide you. Even if you don't understand everything now, my plan is good, and it will come to pass. One step at a time, and soon you'll see that what seems impossible today will become your testimony tomorrow. While everything around you says no, I'm still saying yes, yes to life, yes to growth, yes to joy, not because of your achievements, but because I love you. And my love doesn't change, doesn't fail, and never leaves you. If the road is long, I'll walk it with you. If the burden is heavy, I'll carry it with you. If the night is dark, I'll be your light. And even when the world says it's impossible, I've already made a way. You haven't been forgotten, you haven't been left behind. Your story is in my hands, and I'm writing it with love, even on the pages that feel hard to understand right now. Don't stop now. Don't turn back. You're closer than you think, and when you get there, you'll realize that every no the world gave you only pushed you closer to my yes. And my yes is final, faithful, and full of life. I see the struggle no one else understands. There are days when you pretend to be fine just to keep others from worrying, but inside you feel like you're barely holding on. I see that. I know the weight pressing on your chest when the night falls and the silence becomes too loud. It's in that moment that I sit beside you, even if you don't notice. When you feel most alone is when I'm closest. I haven't left you, not for a second, not even when you thought I had forgotten you. On the contrary, that's when I cared for you most, quietly but constantly. I've been keeping your dreams safe, even the ones you stopped praying for because you thought they were no longer possible. I forget nothing. I know every plan born in your heart, and I've seen the pain of having to delay, step back, or even give up. But listen closely. Nothing is lost. I can still bring to life what you thought was buried. The time that has passed hasn't been wasted. I've even used what hurt to prepare you. And when the moment arrives, you'll see that no waiting was in vain. You might not understand it yet, but everything you've lived through has shaped you from the inside. I wasn't just guiding your path. I was strengthening your heart. Because where I'm taking you requires maturity, courage, and trust. That's why I trained you in the silence, in the unseen, when no one applauded, when no one noticed. But now the time is drawing near for me to show you the reason behind all those trials. I'm about to take you places you never imagined. And when that happens, you'll realize the desert simply taught you how to treasure progress. You'll look back and see how many times I protected you without you even knowing. I closed doors that would have led you away from your best. I removed people who seemed right but who would have led you off course. I protected you, even when you thought you were being rejected. Every detour had its purpose. And soon, as you begin to see what I've prepared, you'll even be thankful for the no's that hurt so much. Because they made room for what is lasting, solid, and true. What I have for you isn't fragile or fleeting. It's not based on appearances, opinions, or luck. It's a promise, and my promises are always fulfilled. Even if it takes time, even if it feels impossible, even if others don't believe it. I never go back on what I've said about you, and I'm leading you precisely where you need to be. Don't focus on how far there is to go. Look at how far you've already come. I'm in control, and when I say it will happen, you can trust it will. So take a deep breath, wipe your tears, and rise once more. It doesn't matter how many times you've thought about giving up. What matters is that you're still here, listening to my voice. And if you've made it this far, it means there's still so much ahead. Don't stop now. I'm with you to the very end. And when the right time comes, you'll smile with peace in your heart and say, "Now I understand." The desert shaped me, but it was God's yes that moved me forward. What I've prepared for you doesn't depend on circumstances. It doesn't rest on applause, validation, or what others can see. It's rooted in my love for you. And my love doesn't change over time. It doesn't fade when you fail. It doesn't disappear when you feel weak. I didn't choose you by accident. I chose you because I saw in you what no one else could see. A heart that still believes even after the fall. So don't doubt what I've planted in you just because it hasn't bloomed yet. Every seed has its season, and yours is coming. You don't need to rush or prove anything to anyone. Just keep walking with me. Every step we take together, even the small ones, is bringing you closer to what I've promised. Your pain will not be wasted. Your surrender will not go unnoticed. I'm doing more than you can see right now. And when my timing comes, everything will make sense. You'll understand that I was never silent. I was simply preparing everything to perfection. So take a deep breath, wipe your tears, and rise once more. Because you're not starting over alone. I am here, and what begins with me always ends in victory.